Hi there, it's me, Kate, or Extremativa internationally. I'm linguist and founder of Amolingua. And this is our episode 2 of the Adventures of a Curious Linguist. I have a question for you. Have you ever lived with a host family? Like maybe when you were a kid or a teenager, especially in another country. Well, when I was in London, indeed, first time, so indeed, I had to leave with a host family. And when I say like I had to leave, because I actually didn't really like the city. But anyways, when we arrived, we were grouped in pairs, and I ended up with a girl almost coming of age, like she was like 17, 18, really cool girl. And we were assigned a host family. And for you to understand, that was a lady. That was some sort of like a female version of Vernon Dursley, something like that. A bit moody, a bit grumpy. And she had a daughter or two daughters. I honestly don't remember, but I remember that there was like kind of a girl, maybe 5, 6 years old. I don't remember. Anyways, so when we arrived, at the house, so the house was indeed like Harry Potter style house, detached, semi-detached. That's how we were learning, the first kind of phrases of the formats, like styles of the houses. And there was one thing, for some reason, that lady didn't like the girl I was grouped with. And that was really unclear why. But from the very first evening, there was something about it. Something was going on. And on the second evening, I was left alone because that lady actually told straight into the face of that girl that she didn't like her. And well, there was some sort of like conflict, and the girl went to live like with another family, even like a hotel. I don't remember. So I was left completely alone with my host family. That was scary. Why it was scary? Because I discovered that I didn't know, well, some elementary things. I didn't know how to say some of the things. For example, how to say a plug or a converter. Yeah, like you know what I mean, like about European style of plugs, like American style of plugs. I was just like running around because I didn't have a dictionary with me. And back in time, it was a time when we didn't have internet, no mobile internet. So you couldn't just simply Google and see, oh, plug, oh, the converter this. So I had to show. And I would go to the living room. I would stay in front of the plug and be like, I have a question. I need this, like, I need to put this into that. So it was good, like, plug and socket, like, oh, this is like pretty funny. But it's not all. I also realized that there were lots of things in their like environment here that were different. Like, what about water? Like, I was really like, not like bullied by my professors, but almost, like threatened not to use much of water because water was costly in the UK. Well, I know now that, well, everything is pretty fine, but there was an urban myth saying that no, 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 the Brits almost don't wash because of the price of water. Anyways, I discovered that thing that was regulating, like the heater, that was regulating water. I almost broke it once because I really couldn't like figure out how to press all the buttons. Well, thanks God, everything turned out all right. But once, when I got back from one of the excursions, probably we got back from Oxford, and I arrived so I was given a lift, so that lady didn't have to pick me up. So when I arrived, I saw her crying, like not just crying, but almost in hysterics. She was sitting in the living room, like on a couch, watching something. Still, like, I didn't get first what it was, but she was like, with a huge box of Kleenex there, just like, I mean, running, right? Like, waterfalls. I got scared because I thought as if somebody died. It's just like, oh my God, there's a tragedy going on. Let's find out. She's like, yeah, come here. I was like, what's going on? And then she was like, I've been watching this documentary about Elvis Presley. It turned out she was a huge fan, probably a mega fan of Elvis Presley. And apparently she even like had something like that used to belong to Elvis, whatever it was. And so she was watching it, she was all emotional, and she ate like whole box of Kleenex. Oh my God, that scared me a lot. I was like, wow. And that was some sort of as well, like, it was like, well, ruining, let's say, the image of a very reserved British person. Because for me, it was like, Brits don't cry. No, they actually cry. Anyways, once, so probably it was on the second day or the third day, I was given some sort of like lunch, like, package here, by this lady. And to my horror, there were sandwiches. And I hate sandwiches. Not like all sandwiches, but that particular combination was just a low thing for me. It was a combination that you probably like, so sorry, of ham and butter. God, how I hated it. I really, really hated it. Now, okay, but still, no, God. That square bread and the ham, yeah, and butter. Anyways, I was throwing it away every day. Or, well, I could give it to somebody, but I think like people were also not very happy with what they had. And I was actually hungry. Like every time, like between official meals, I was hungry because I couldn't find like anything like what to buy because we would go and just a tower somewhere else. And well, that was a problem. And you could ask me like, why didn't I tell her? I actually told her, but like in a manner like maybe we could change a bit the, well, the components. Like I said, like not too much butter. And what she did, she still put butter, just a little bit, on the bread with ham. And I still couldn't eat it. I just couldn't. Anyway, so I was some sort of like half hungry in the UK. Well, not all the time, but still, that were my memories. But for me, this wasn't like the worst case. Apparently, my friend Jane got sorted to quite a peculiar family. So she got paired with a lady that, well, was a professor and spoke mostly German. So she didn't speak English quite well. And the family like consisted of husband and wife and two kids, like an elder daughter and a kid, like a boy. So one night they ate dinner, and apparently from the very start the communication didn't roll very well. Probably because like Jane was shy a little bit, that lady didn't speak. So on the night's dinner, husband and wife are sitting. The girl, the daughter, just left, and the boy went to sleep. So there are four of them. And then the guy is saying, assuming that the guests don't comprehend much. Oh, there's a night. I really like that doggy style. And my friend eats it at this very moment. Almost like got her fork stuck in your mouth. And the lady, the professor, was just like nudging her. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? So immediately, those two, the husband and wife, sent in a rat. And the woman just like standing up and leaving. God, I didn't know how to explain it yet to Professor what just happened. So just like, yeah, some joke. I don't know how to translate. Yeah, so that's how it happens. So don't assume that other people who don't say much don't understand you. Well, that's all for today. Share your stories, share what crazy happened, well, on your travel adventures, share your linguistic discoveries, and, well, share them on social media with hashtag Amolingua, and we will choose the best ones and publish in our social media. Cheers!